Alright, on today's episode, we are going to do Ropa vieja. It means old clothes. It's a Cuban dish. So you're going to take your knife. You're going to stab the chuck roast. This is a 2-pound chuck roast. I'm going to make like an incision here. I'm going to put some pieces of garlic in there. I cut these. These are actually 5 garlic cloves, and I cut them into little slices. Stick them right in there. Don't have to be perfect. Now we're going to season this. I'm going to use a package of sazon. Reserve half of it for the other side. This is my homemade oregano. I grow oregano, so what I did is I dried it out and I put it into a little container. Then we're going to take some cumin. Don't sprinkle too much. Very lightly. This thing is very potent. Some adobo. We're going to do the same to the other side, and I'll be back when this is done. Alright, so we're back. Both sides got seasoned, so we're going to start building up into the crock pot. First, you want to start off with maybe a handful of onions. Bottom of the crock pot. Just grab one more. Handful of red peppers. I'm going to throw in a small pinch of garlic to bottom. Then I have here a can of diced tomatoes. Me personally, I love hot sauce. I love my food a little spicy, so I have my homemade hot sauce. I'm gonna take about half a spoon there. Mix all this up. Smells so good already, guys. Right, I'm going to take my chuck roast. I'm going to put it right in there. Then you're just going to take everything else. Put it right in there. This is a handful of cilantro chopped. I'll throw that in there also. The rest of the garlic and onions. Some more diced tomatoes. You know, I might as well throw the whole can in there. How about that? Mix it around. Can of tomato sauce. And some more, another half a spoon of hot sauce. By the time this all cooks, I'm sure it's not going to be extremely spicy anyway. I put this stuff aside. I'm going to move the camera so you guys can see the inside, okay? Alright, so we're back. So you guys can see what it looks like. I have this little special gadget that I got from the dollar store. I'm going to squeeze one lime. Take the juices of one lime. This works pretty good too. Get that juice, pour it on there. I'm gonna cut some green onions also. Guys, if you buy green onions at the supermarket, all you have to do is... Here, can you guys see it? Hold on, let me move this back. Take a cup, mug, whatever you guys prefer. Just put the roots in water. Just submerge them into water. That's all you have to do. You don't have to submerge, fill up the whole cup or anything like that, and it just keeps growing. So whenever you guys want to use it, you just clip some off, and it keeps growing. I actually have a new one growing here. I think I just cut it. But can you see it? Here, hold on. See the new one growing? It just keeps growing. Just gonna take a sprig, cut some in there. Take another one. And now we're gonna cover this for the next 6 to 8 hours on low. And the only reason I'm doing it on low is because I have work tomorrow. And right now it's 2 o'clock in the morning. So this should be done in the morning. At least in the afternoon by the time I have to go to work. If you want to crank it up the heat, then it will be almost half of that on high heat. So tomorrow, when I shred this apart before I go to work, I will show you guys. Alright, so here is my ropa vieja. Look, it looks delicious. So beautiful. I still have some chunks in there, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take them out. Chunks like that, you see? It should be good. Now guys, to shred it, all you have to do is just take 2 forks. Me is so tender. This one has a little bit of fat on it. But that's okay, you can always take that off. Or you can leave it in there, it doesn't matter. Once it's shredded, it goes back in. I had already shredded the rest of it, I just wanted to show you guys. I'll bring it closer here. You guys can see it. Look at this. It looks beautiful. See it? Tomato, cilantro, onions, garlic. So we're going to set up the plate now. I'm going to show you step by step how to do it. Alright, so with the Ropa vieja, I'm going to serve white rice. In here we have 1 3/4 cups of water, 1 tablespoon of butter, okay, and a pinch of salt. We're going to let that come up to a boil, and then we're going to add our rice. Water has come up to a boil. We're going to add the rice. Let it come up to a quick boil again. Right now it's at a 6 on an electric stove. Once it comes up to a bubble again, now we will cover it up. I make the little aluminum foil on it before I put the top because I don't want none of that steam to escape. That's the only reason why I do this. So I put that there, then the lid. Nice and airtight in there. Then I'm going to lower the heat down to a 2 on an electric stove. And we will be back in about 20-25 minutes and this should be done. Alright, so we're back onto the rice. It's been 25 minutes. We're going to take the lid off. Be careful with this because it's always hot. Steam is going to come out. And what you do is just take a fork and fluff the rice. That's it, guys. Rice is all done. I'll put the lid back on there. I'm going to shut the heat off. And then the next process is, I decided to make some fried plantains. But this isn't your hard fried plantain. This is your ripe plantain. So, when you cut the green one up, you have to fry it twice. Now, if you let it ripe, this is what it turns into. And it turns into a very sweet plantain. We still cut it the same way. We're going to skin it the same way. Just cut it into little 1-inch pieces and fry it. That's it. It's a 1-step process only. Okay? So I'm going to do that next and show you guys. Alright, so like I said before, green plantains, if you let it sit out, it ripes and it turns into this. We're going to cut it the same way. Cut the ends. See how it's really soft? Now what I do is I just cut them into small pieces. That's maybe about 1/2 inch. And all you do is fry these on just a little bit of oil. We can leave that one like that. It's very slimy, sticky. Now we're gonna heat up the oil, let it come to not a boiling hot oil, but you know, decent amount. Right now I have it at a 4 on an electric stove. So if you put one in and it starts bubbling, then you're good to go. Okay, so I'll show you the next process. Alright, it's come up to temperature, as you can see there. It's starting to puff up a little bit on top. See how they turn into a nice yellowish color? Look, you see, they're very soft. This is what you call plátanos maduros. My mama taught me that because I didn't know the difference. If she sees this, she's gonna laugh. They're almost done. They don't take as much time as the plantain does because they're already sweet and they cook very fast. Make sure you have a plate lined up with some paper towels on the side. You want to drain the oil out of them. We'll be back once all these guys are done. Alright, so here I have my fried sweet plantains. I'm going to put that on the plate. You're going to take your white rice, which I made. Okay, still a bit hot. What I do is I take one of these bowls. You can buy this at any Walmart or anything. It usually comes with a set. I scoop the rice into it. And then what I do is I press down a bit. Not too much. You don't want it to compact all together in there. It's just very lightly. There you go with your rice. Then we're going to come with the ropa vieja. You can hear it sizzling a little bit because it's still hot. We're going to drain it a little bit. Just want you guys to see. Smooth this up a little bit. There we go. Sorry guys, I don't have a big countertop. It's kind of small, so I work with it. You got your onions and everything. Let's grab some more meat. All right, that's done. Let's close this up. Since I have a beautiful avocado also, Florida avocado, I'm going to cut that up. Oops. So beautiful too. Always clean up a plate. All right, so here we have it. We got some avocado on the side, ropa vieja, white rice, and sweet fried plantains. Well, hopefully you guys give a thumbs up to my video, and we'll come up with a next recipe. Hit the bottom button where it says subscribe. Thank you guys. See you next time.